everybody, and thank you for stopping by Two-Handed Board Gaming. My name is David, and today we're going to be doing our second unboxing. This will be for the Skirmish miniatures game Mutant Year Zero Zone Wars. This is by the company Free League, and this particular unboxing is for the expansion to the base game that you're required to have in order to utilize these contents, which is robots and psionics. So this is the expansion, and you will be required to have the base game, which I have here just to show you quickly. This is the base game. So Skirmish Mayhem and the Mutant Year Zero universe. There you go. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So another rambling unboxing. Here we go. All right. So and just for to keep you longer and some bonus content, I saw how terrible the camera, I knew how terrible the camera was the other day when we were doing our first unboxing. So I do have the miniatures for that, and I will show those at the end, utilizing a better camera view so that you guys can get all the good details for those miniatures from the base box, okay? Well, without further ado, let's get this bad boy open. All right, here we go. I'm gonna cut my fingers off. Let's try not to do that. All right. Oh, and I know that I get excited as much as you probably get excited to unboxing a new game of any sort, board game, miniature game. And so this is fun for me and hopefully fun for you. Throw that out of the way. And this is the back cover. So just to give you an idea, it's listing the components. Obviously, you have your description. And then obviously, talking about the various RPGs that Free League is very famous for all their the great and prolific content that they have regarding all those IPs. So this contains the miniatures. You have the playing cards, tokens, dice, three full sheets of cardboard terrain, which I think, based on some things that I've seen, is completely different from the terrain in the base box. So that's good. And then your measuring ruler, and then a scenario booklet. So let's pop this open. All right. We're gonna get it here somehow. Okay, we got it. Oh, look at this! Look at this. So it's looking pretty. Okay. We won't eat this. We'll set that aside. And let's look at our tokens here. Wow. Oh, we got it looks like the Hydra. So another monster to add to our and if you watch our first unboxing, you'll see there's two monsters in there. So we have a token monster here, a killer tree, and a sniper bug. Okay, cool. And then we have these right here, and just so you know, these, it says Nova Cult, and then Mechatron Hive. Those are actually your activation tokens for your miniatures. Found that out as I read through the rules and played half a game. So I've some more games to play. I've enjoyed what I've seen so far. So I'm getting pretty excited. And then these tokens right here, as I read through the book, these are utilized, if I'm not mistaken, using the campaign rules. So. Oh, and I just noticed there's a actual car in here, so that might be utilized in one of the scenarios. And they add 5 new scenarios, I believe, to this one. So let's set this aside, and we'll come back. All right. And this, as you can see, is more terrain. And if you watch the first unboxing, yes, this is different. I'm looking at this right now, and wow. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Really good. They did really good in the artwork here. The coloring, the rust, just the little details. Your blood stain, and then from where the grass has stained this, this barrier here. This is looking cool. Some little trees. There's some little trees also in the first terrain pack that you get with the base game. So. Let's set this aside. So this, oh yeah, and just to speak about the terrain goes together incredibly easy. And then it's meant to be broken down. So everything, all your contents are meant to be put back in the box. So I really like that fact. You know, this is a all-in-one miniature game. You don't need anything else other than what's in the core box. So, and then obviously if you want to expand it with this expansion. So your range ruler is right here. So short to long range. It's good if you have, this will be nice to have two if you're playing with two players. Maybe they'll do a subsequent, subsequent release to have more rulers. At least you could also just use a regular tape measure. Anyway, so I digress. Here are your health tokens. These are to represent obviously damage that you take, not only to your characters, but your equipment can also take damage. And then these, if I'm not mistaken, are victory points. These are utilized for victory points. And then up here are your M tokens. These are your mutagen and module tokens. These activate sort of the powers that your individual characters have. You have to earn these through different actions as you play the game. So some for pushing your luck, and others for taking out or grabbing objectives or killing enemy miniatures or factions. So okay, cool. And it's double-sided, so just so you see right here, same thing on the other side. All right, so that, put that aside. Oh, nice. Okay, I was hoping I saw the one piece of showing the terrain. I was like, I hope there's more. So look at that. That is cool. Is that a bus? That almost, or it almost looks like a bus, or like a. Oh no, maybe it's a building facade. I was just looking at it. Yeah, okay. So I see this. There's a door here, just a few windows. It looks good though. I'm looking at the back here. Oh no, maybe it is a bus because I see 54. So yeah, that might be a bus. Oh, that'd be so cool if that's an actual. If they have a bus terrain piece, that's really neat. I think it is. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Well, we'll find out either way. As I said, that this card stock. I guess it's card stock. It's really it's nice. It's very I've messed around with it. It's very durable. It's it goes together really easy and comes apart easy. So very high quality. It's really high quality. Set that aside. Nope, something popped out of there. And then our final piece. Yeah, our final piece of terrain here, which it looks like some more buildings that we'll put together. And after we get towards the end here, I will show you some of the terrain I've put together for the core box. Oh, wow. Look at that. That looks good. This looks really good. All right. So, with the two boxes, you have a ton of terrain. Oh, look, there we are. Okay, maybe I was wrong. So, looking right here, it looks like, and maybe it is, I don't know, it could be a bus, but show your walls. There's actually some bridges going across the different pieces of terrain. This is neat. I like this. Some more trees, and then some corner piece terrain, and then your multi-tiered level, like 3 levels for the remnants of this building. So the shattered building there. So, and then gives you an idea of how to put it all together. So. Let's see. Yep, and just one-sided. That's all I need anyway. All right. We'll set that aside. And next, what we got? All right, so we have the actual robots and psionics. It's not a rule book because you get the rule book in the base game, but this looks like it just covers the actual. Well, we'll start right here. You got different scenarios. So Monster Bonanza. That looks like one first scenario that we got here. We have scenario 2, the Hydra Rises. And I'm not going to read this to you, obviously. Oh, yeah, and I want to go back and talk about this just for a quick second. This comes with the base game. This is your 36 by 36 or 3 foot by 3 foot battle mat. I mentioned something about it being... It's more of a... I think I mentioned it was like a poster sort of material, but it's more of like almost like a vinyl... fold out, poster material that's more like definitely a lot sturdier. I noticed, so I do like it. It's good quality. It's very I think it'll stand the test of time. Depending on how often you're breaking it out, and maybe just use something else. But I like it. So all right, I digress. Let's keep going. So second scenario, Hydra rises. And scenario 3, escorting the Emperor. Scenario 4, beacons of hope. And then scenario 5, final showdown. Okay. So this, again, you get 5 separate scenarios here, 5 in the core game. So you now have a total of 10 scenarios. And is there anything different on the back? Nope, just the continuation of that last scenario. So this is your scenario book. Awesome. Okay, so we'll set that aside. All right, and then for the contents, what you've all been looking for, I'm gonna break this open, open it up, I should say. Not break it open. And also, just so you know, you see this container is really sturdy. All your components, your dice. Oh, and thank God they give you more dice. So more dice. But anyway, so you can store cards, terrain right here in this cutout, which is nice, or even on the underside of the vacuum tray here. So this right here, these right here are your equipment dice. And then these are your attributes, sort of, more attribute dice. Typically, most of the cards, and I'll show you here in a second, the characters, this is their base dice, and then anything that you have, like as far as weapon-wise or equipment-wise, these will add to your dice pool. So, all right. All right, so we got our cards here. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. And we'll open these up, and I will just give you a rundown of the new characters you're getting. You'll have 10 new characters. The miniatures themselves they have a wash on them, so they stick out or pop out a little bit if you don't plan on painting them. So, okay. Well, let me grab the characters first. We'll separate those. Okay. So, all right. So our first character here is Bender. Bender has a ranged of 2. He has melee of 5. A survival of 2. Oh yeah, and just to give you an idea what these. All right, so obviously I think it's it's self-explanatory. So ranged, that's your ranged weapons skill. So he's rolling 2 of these yellow dice, 5 for his melee. But his survival is interesting. And I'm sorry, this is also something I forgot off of the main unboxing, the first unboxing. You also have a thing called zone cards. And zone cards are things that can happen throughout the game. So the game itself utilizes a sort of a chit system. So you have tokens that represent your faction. Oh, actually, let me show you them real quick. Sorry, I'm going all over the place. But things like this is for the GeneLab tribe. So this, and you would put this in a cup, with all your tokens, and you would also add zone tokens, right? So this is that's not a zone token. This is a zone token. Now, when one of these is pulled, you then pull a zone card, and most of the zone cards you have to pass a survival test in order for something terrible not to happen to your someone, not necessarily you. Could be happen to the faction you're going against. But anyway, so that is what survival is used for. So not great for him. And then his health. He looks really robust. He's got a 6 health. And his starting gear, he has, if I can read this, pincers and a random module. And those modules are basically sort of a, for lack of better words, the modules are for the robots, but and maybe for the psionics, but the other 2 factions have sort of the mutant abilities. So there's Bender. Man, all right. So, Mecha King. He's got a range of 4, melee 3, survival 3, and then he's got a 5 health. So he's pretty tough too. Okay, and I meant to say, I don't know, I might have skipped the other one. So starting gear, he's got a scrap pistol. And then his module cards, he has system override and random module. So he'll start with this one that will be specific to him, and then you draw from the rest of the cards a random one when you start play, or before you start play. So right here we have Mark 14. Oh, he looks pretty cool. This guy looks really cool. So he's got a ranged of 5. He's your ranged guy. 3 melee, 2 survival, and then 5 health. And they're all pretty tough. I think they've all had 5 health so far. He's got a scrap rifle. Ooh, and he looks like he starts with a grenade launcher. Nice. And then we'll have a random module as well. Sweet. Okay, all right. We have Wrecker. Ranged of 4. Ooh, melee of 4. Okay. Pretty good all-arounder. Really good all-arounder. Survival 2, and then 5 health. Starts with a flamethrower. That's a first. I haven't seen any characters or any miniatures or faction characters start with that yet. Module cards has repair unit and then random module. All right. And then we have Scrappy. He starts with a club. He has a ranged of 3. Melee of 3, survival 2. Oh, and he is tough. He's got a 7 health. So his starting gear is a club, and his module cards, he has backup system and a random module. All right, and this is your other faction. So this was your robot faction. These are your psionic characters. So we have Plutonia, ranged 4. Melee 4, survival 3, so more survivable so far. Health of 4, starting gear, scrap pistol, and then has puppeteer, and then random psionic. So I'm interested. Maybe this is sort of a control character. He can take over. It'd be cool if he could like sort of mind control enemies. Okay, we have Scion, range 3, melee 2, survival 6. Wow. So he's the guy that will sort of debuff a lot of those zone encounters. So that's tough. 4 health. Starting gear, scrap pistol. He has a psionic boost and a random psionic ability. We got Tula. Tula is definitely a sniper. Range 5. Melee 2. Survival 4. Health 4. Scrap rifle. She starts with magnetism and then a random psionic. And then we have Maxim. 3 health. I'm sorry, not 3 health. 3 ranged, 3 melee, 5 survival, so pretty good in survival, and then 4 health. Starting gear, scrap pistol, and then has what is this? A parasite, interesting, and then 2 random psionics. Sweet. All right. Oh, Psycho. What a great name. Okay, so we have Psycho, range 5. Ooh, melee 4, survival 3. Man, I'm fell in love. Psychos. I like this character already. All right, so scrap rifle, club, mutation cards, it's clairvoyant, and then random psionic. Awesome. So those are your faction cards for the 2 factions. So the robots and the psionics. So we'll set those aside. Let's look at these are your zone cards, and I actually didn't show these for the first unboxing. So these zone cards, again, like as I was saying, these will randomly pop out as you're drawing the tokens for your faction. So, and it's sort of, I don't know if anyone's familiar with bolt action, but a similar system or many other games where you're pulling randomly. So you could have your whole faction go before, technically, I mean, just if the luck came to it before the other side even started. So, but in the midst, you also have these zone cards that have different effects on them. So like this one right here, if you pass, a chosen model moves medium distance in a random direction. Fail, activating model moves medium distance in a random direction. So use the direction token to determine the random direction. So there's actually a token that you can just flip up there and it shows the direction. So I'll read through these, but I'm not going to read you all the contents of them. But psionic butterflies, trash hawk. I love the game. Oh yeah, and I will mention again, the artwork on all these cards are just, they're good. They're really, really good and thematic. So triggers, these are things that different scenarios will utilize. So they'll something will happen based on if one of these is drawn. So, and sinkhole. All right. So again, more zone cards, magnetic field, zone tornado, probability field, temperature drop, killer tree. So this is actually, yep, it's a monster card. So when this is drawn, the token will come into play on the battlefield. So I had one of these come out, which was the I can't remember. It was basically the land shark. Yeah, I had a land shark decimate one of my characters. So when I was playing Zone Geyser, sorry, I'm just rambling here. So we have Zone Geyser. Ooh, centipede. Oh man, centipede snake. Anyone? Centipede. Yep, centipede snake. Okay, and then sniper bug. So these zone cards, I'm assuming you can take these zone cards and then add them to the base game just to give it that many more sort of randomness. Because, you know, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you have quite a few, like, you know, close to 20, 25 zone cards. So not here, but together. So, all right, so those are our zone cards. I'm going to probably pop these. I'll bring out the starting gear here. And let's take a look at these while we're got everything open here. All right, so we have, and these are artifacts, by the way. So these are found on the battlefield utilizing this token here, which comes, I didn't see any tokens for it in this box, but the base game has all these tokens, these artifact tokens, and these will be spread out on the battlefield, so you can pick these up. They can be used for, well, obviously weapons, but some of them are just, you know, and this is also counts as victory points depending on what the game is. So, or you can carry these over from, if you pick this up on a mission where you're playing a campaign, so it's continuous. So like depending on, you know, like you pick it up this mission, you can have it for next mission for that character that picked it up. So all right, so far we got, oh, I'm sorry, a Maser pistol. So it's going to give you +3. It has a keyword igniter, and then it's long range. Plasma rifle. I apologize, this camera's not great either. You know, so bonus of +4. So you're going to roll your base range +4. It has aim fire, so you can't move with this. You're going to have to take a shot, and then igniter. We'll have to see what that keyword igniter does. Laser welder, sweet, +2. Oh, it's a melee weapon. Oh, nice. And igniter. Oh, that's awesome. Oh man. So chainsaw, there's a character that's in the base game that has starts with a chainsaw, and it's good to see that we can pick one up as well. Same thing with a diving helmet. This is armor 2. That's fantastic. That's awesome. All right. Jerry can be used as a weapon, +1. But also victory points. Fire extinguisher. Let's see. TV set. All right. And so that is a +1. So if you use this, it's gone. And, you know, obviously it's going to add to your melee, but you wouldn't get any points at the end of the game for this if you use it as a weapon, because it's discarded. All right. Motorcycle. Ooh, doubles the move distance for move and attack, charge, and sprint. But movement must be horizontal and cannot pass any terrain. Wow, that is pretty awesome though. Like, you basically jump on a motorcycle, and yeah, that would be super helpful to get across the battlefield. No, I like that. Wrench, lawnmower. There's an old movie, and I can't think of the name of it now, but there just so happens to be a guy that picks up, oh, what is that? Someone let me know. I'll remember after this, but utilizes a push lawnmower as a weapon that, you know, he runs into a bunch of you know, Walking Dead for, you know, or zombies at the time. Anyway, pizza cutter, yes. All right. We have, dude, how many movies have you seen someone smash their head with yes, sink. I like it. +2. All right. Big headphones. All right. It gives you armor. Okay, that's awesome. We have an armchair. Heals all damage points when picked up, but must be left in place. Okay, all right. Just chilling out there. Bullhorn. All right. With a simple operation, place another model's action token back into the cup. You basically, if you get this, and use it, you can get a second activation. That's pretty cool. Man, there's a lot more artifacts in here, and definitely worth it now that I'm seeing all of them. Shower curtain, no use. Just it's points, victory points. Keyboard, that's fantastic, and it looks like it's been used too quite a bit. So. Toy gun. Ah, all right. Well, you can maybe scare somebody off with it. Necktie. Oh, a yo-yo. We even have a +1 for the yo-yo. Okay, all right. And then, okay, so these right here, this next group, well, I'm going to skip. So these are your starting weapons. These are in, let's see, so scrap rifle, +1. It's got long range. So it's 3 of these, 4 of these. Scrap pistol. Scrap rifles here. It's +2, unlimited range, but you have to do that aim fire, so you can't move when you're going to shoot this. Some you can, move and, charge or move and attack. So all the scrap rifles. Here's your flamethrower, long range, bonus +2, igniter and an area. And then you've got 2 clubs, each +2 for melee. And they have the knockback rule, so... And I can't remember that offhand, but you can read the rules. So there you go. All right, we're getting through this thing. And let's take a look now. And I'll do sort of a quick overview. I'm not going to read each one, but I'll just give you an idea. So like these are the modules. Modules are used for your robots. And then here's your psionic mutations. So for the robots, these are the various powers. So backup system. Self-destruct. Nice. Grenade launcher. That's the one character had this. Sorry, I want to look real quick. Oh, that's going to be cool. All right. Repair unit. Industrial saw. Ooh, holoflage? Flage? Oh, man, I can't pronounce things. Ooh, reflex mutation module. An Overwatch fire cannot be used by other models during this model's activation. Costs 1 endpoint. So yeah, you'd have to use a point, but then... And Overwatch is a thing, if you don't want to act for your character, you can put them on Overwatch. In fact, I think you can do a short move and then put them on Overwatch in case... And then they can react to, enemy miniatures. A jetpack, sweet. I almost said it. Tentacles. All right, we have tentacles. All right. Wire system. Okay. We have energy pulse, pincers, and a system override. All right. We're getting through it. So this is, I'll tell you what. So, if I was getting into this game, which I am, I would certainly want to pick up the Robots and Psionics expansion here. So, all right. So these are the psionic mutations. I'll just go through these real quickly. So Beastmaster, Clairvoyance, Psionic Boost. I assume maybe that adds to like. Let's see. The model appears. Oh, sorry. The model moves up to medium distance. The player then gains 3 M points. This mutation costs no M points. Woo, that's strong. Puppeteer, that's the one I was talking about earlier. Moves up to medium distance and then forces a number of enemy models in line of sight to... Oh, M points spent to make a survival test. For each failed test, the player makes an immediate action... Oh, sorry. The player makes an immediate action with that model. Their M points cannot be used and rolls cannot be pushed. And then we have Parasite. Yeah, that looks grotesque. All right. And then we have Pathokinesis. All right. We have Pyrokinesis. All right. We have all the kinesises. Telekinesis. We have Telepathy. And we have luminescence, electric, and magnetism. All right. So a lot of psionic abilities, and then there's a lot of the modules or the robot various powers as well. So these are faction specific. So we'll set those aside now, and then finally let's look. Finally, we're gonna look at the miniatures, and I'm gonna move some things here just for a second, and move us to the close-up camera, which I think will give us a better idea of sort of the quality that you're getting with these. So, yeah, so much better. If you saw the first unboxing, yeah, I apologize. We'll do better as we go along. But this guy, shoot, man, am I gonna like? Let me go back. I'm gonna show him, and I'm gonna sort of talk about. I'm just gonna like grab his card real quick because he needs to be. We need to give him his respect here for who he is. So if I can find his card. So this, okay. So that's Mark 14. So, and I'm not, look at me. I'm not even paying attention. So Mark 14, there we go. Yeah. Like I said, they're shaded, but if, you know, and I think they're great just to play with, you know, this way. I will most likely, all right, well, I'm not gonna say I'm most likely, I'll probably pay mine up, but there's no that's not a sure thing. I'm happy to play with them just like this. So so that's Mark 14, and then I do believe we have Scrappy here. Scrappy, here's Scrappy. Oh, he looks so cool. I love the treads. You know, so he's gonna be rolling through, tearing people up. Sorry, but man. Okay, better detail. If I can get the camera to stay in focus. There we go. I don't want to give anybody a headache here. So there's Scrappy. Put him down. All right. All right, and this. What are we looking at here? I think, is this Wrecker? I think this might be, okay, I'm sorry, this is Bender. I'm like talking to myself out here. This is Bender. Oh, look at his face. That's great. And then, there you go. Oh, he looks cool. Yep, I'm liking Bender. Alright. And then, I think we have our Mecha King. Yeah, oh, he's so cool. Yeah, he's very, look at that. You know, again, the other day, I didn't really, when I was showing you the miniatures, I was just not, they weren't coming off really good. And that looks like it has a little, you know, residue from the mold. So, but no big deal there. We can get that off. Yeah, he looks cool. I love his cape's looking great, you know. Deep recesses, yeah. Alright. And then, last but not least, we have... Alright, you know what, I said Scrappy earlier. This is actually Scrappy. The other guy that I had, I think, was Wrecker. Yeah, anyway, this is Scrappy, sorry. This is Scrappy. Look at that. He even has a mohawk, man. Or possibly a broom head. I don't know, but Scrappy is looking scrappy. Yeah. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. All right. So those are the robots, that faction. And then let's break out the psionic folks. We have, this is Plutonia. This is sort of a purplish black plastic, but you can see the wash on there, and then you can see how nice the details are. I think you can see how nice the details are. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, he looks cool. All right, set him down. All right, next we have, oh, this guy is sort of, what's his name? Scion. This is Scion. Sorry. Psion is coming into play. He has sort of a grotesque mutated brain there. And he's got a scrap pistol in his hand, and he's looking cool. And I think this is the guy that has a few powers, a few psionic powers, if I'm not mistaken. But there's him. And where is... Oh, this is Maxim. Maxim is looking cool. Look at his head there. Yeah. And so again, yeah, you see that wash. It really just makes all those details pop out. So kudos to them for doing that for these, so that again, you don't even need to. You don't have to paint these. You know, it's like it's too much pressure to like, you know, make everything look, you know, like beyond what it really has to look. And I think, you know, just breaking. You know, again, you buy these. If you bought the base game and then even just the base game, right? But if you want to expand it, if you like it enough to, you know, buy more, then yeah, like, and also you can play up to 4 folks at the same time. So 4 people can all play at the same time, which is awesome. So, a miniature skirmish game where multiple people can play at the same time, which is I'm glad they did that. So, all right, sorry. This is this Psycho? I think this is that's not Psycho. This is Tula. Sorry, let me get this back in focus here. So this is Tula, and I'm not doing a great job right now. Tula is all over the place. God darn it, my hands are all over the place. All right, okay, sorry. Apologize about that. So this is Tula. She is looking good. There you go. And finally, the one that I thought was really cool, which is Psycho. Psycho is ready to take somebody out, or everyone out, one of the two. She's a cool little sniper scrap rifle there, and then she's got, I think, a club on her backside. Yeah, so yep, she's looking pretty sweet. All right, so now that is the contents of the Psionics and Robots and Psionics expansion for Zone Wars. What I want to give you a bonus here, because I was really bad the other day on my first unboxing. So here's the bonus. I'm not going to list every single one. I'm going to give you just a sort of a quick view, a close-up view of each miniature. The yellow the other day was just coming in horrible. And I think you can see a little bit better today. So this is one of the miniatures from this is one of the Arc Mutants from that faction. You can see the detail on those wings. Those are, jeez Louise, I can stay in focus. Those wings look great. Anyway, so that's one. Here's our chainsaw guy we showed the other day. Again, a better view. You can see how crisp they look. And if you are going to paint these, you'll have lots of great details to highlight. So, regardless, the yellow just does not do well. You know, when you're trying to film. Sorry, in this lighting, my setup at least. So, yeah, there you go. Gives you a better idea. And then this is the guy I really like, and I forgot his name, but I love the scuba helmet. Sorry, I love the scuba helmet. You know, BioShock. I mean, just that's what it reminds me of. BioShock, if anyone's familiar with that game. How cool is this dude? And he starts with this helmet. This helmet gives him +2 armor, which is sick. And then the last one for the Arc Mutants, this character right here, which again I forgot her name. But look, like, just great. Oh, look at that! Got a zone mask or something on the back there. Your gas mask to, you know, throw on when you're going through that radioactive waste. There you go. And then I'll give you the Gene Lab mutants. These are the animal sort of faction, animal mutant faction. Geez, I'm all over the... All right. These are probably some of my favorite sculpts out of all of them. Okay, yep. Right there. This guy. Man. You're killing me. This looks so good. Man, vicious. You know, again, you don't even, like, if you're not even into the miniatures game, which, I don't know, why wouldn't you be? These would go, these are perfect for, obviously, the Mutant Year Zero RPG. So, I mean, I'd pick it up just for that, you know, so, Ducks. Look at Ducks. Look at him. He's got an awesome trench coat with like a Mr. Rogers sweater underneath. Yeah, he's looking cool, man. Yeah. Here he goes. I think oh, there we go. Got an eye patch, sniper rifle, or scrap rifle, trench coat. They all can have trench coats. I like it. Yeah, fun painting that one. And then this again. I guess the moose. The loose moose. Don't let the moose loose. Anyway, so look at that club. He is in the antlers. I love it. Actually, that's one of his powers. I'd have to look at it. I forgot about it. But yeah. Looks just really good. They did a great job in these sculpts. For this little miniatures game here. All right, and that's the bonus. And I'll just one more quick highlight. I do want to show you the terrain. I'm gonna switch back over just to show you like a main. So this is the terrain that you're gonna get. It really is good quality. This is just one of the buildings that I put together in no time. You can put all the terrain together in like 10 minutes. But look at that. It's sturdy, it's gonna stand the test of time, and it looks good. It's everything's on there. Like, I mean, you don't have to paint it. It's perfect. You literally just break open this one box or two if you're playing with both, and then you get a game in no time. So yeah, let me know what you think. This is Mutant Year Zero Zone Wars miniature skirmish game by Free League. This is the contents of the Robots and Psionics expansion that I just unboxed for you. This you don't need unless you want to just have more factions to choose from, and obviously expand the number of people that can play at one time. And then I'll in future videos I'll give you hopefully we'll have some content for maybe a few gameplays and definitely my sort of my thoughts and about the game itself and the rules, and sort of might as well we'll do a review. But I think you sort of get the idea that I do like this game so far, what I've seen, and I've played 3/4 of a game, so as I was sort of learning the rules. So it's very simple, easy to pick up. This is a great miniature game, I think, to teach somebody about that's never played a miniature game or miniatures game. So, well, thank you for stopping by. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave some comments. This is only my second video, but hey, man, you gotta start somewhere, and I appreciate any views and anything, any feedback you got for me, and definitely tell me what you think. What do you think about the game, and what are you looking forward to getting this if you haven't gotten it already? Yeah, well, that's it. My name's David. This is Two-Handed Board Gaming. Thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time.